Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Let's Talk About, and this time we're talking about SCP-343, otherwise known as God. This SCP, I have not actually read, but I know of. It's like the embodiment of God, or it is God, or something like that, I don't know. It's something like that. There's no picture to go with it, so I can't really show you, but you can use imagination, I guess. Object class is safe, meaning no present threat, or the threat is easy to avoid. I don't know what this thing holds, but it's classed as safe and labeled as God. So there's a lot to discuss. Special containment procedures. SCP-343 resides in a 6.1 meter by 6.1 meter, 20 feet by 20 feet room at Minimal Security Site 17. Okay. Minimal Security Site 17. How many sites are there and why is that one minimal security? It should be brought any items it requests and visited by at least one staff member each day. Attempts to add further safety precautions or required clearances are unnecessary / impossible due to the nature of 343. See description. You can't add other safety precautions and you have to give it what it wants. Interesting. Description. No, before description. Hold on. The nature of 343. Okay. It should be brought any items or requests and visited by at least one staff member each day. Why? Is that like in terms of like prayer? Like you get visited? Could be. I doubt it though. I think there's more sinister things going on. SCP-343 is male, seemingly raceless, humanoid in appearance with apparent omnipotence. Okay. That's interesting. SCP-343 was discovered walking the streets of Prague and detained after a staff member witnessed him disappear from the streets and appear on a rooftop. SCP-343 is detained willingly in his chamber as containment is provided. Impossible. Is proved. Has been. English. As containment has proved impossible. Why can you not contain it? That's concerning. Well, actually, no. It would be easy to contain. No, it wouldn't be easy to contain. If it was able to teleport, then it would not be easy. In fact, it'd be damn near impossible, like it says. Addendum number 343-1. SCP-343 Caliculi, whatever the hell that word is named God by the staff here. Looks like an older man, although his features are different to each observer. Ooh. It's different to each observer. So, like, what would one person see and another person see, kind of thing? That's interesting. Well, what would two people see if it's different for everyone? Then for it's that I could see why there's no picture though. Would be kind of interesting. In my first talk with him, he claimed outright to be the creator of the universe. When I asked him to prove this, he laughed, walked through the wall of the chamber, and returned seconds later with a hamburger in his hands. When I returned for a second visit, the previously bare cell had been furnished in upscale, Old English style, complete with roaring fireplace, and seemed many times larger than it did from the exterior, like a Doctor Who type thing going on here, I guess. SCP-343 greatly enjoys speaking with people and seems to have a knowledge of all topics. Visiting with SCP-343 has become a daily event for many of the staff here, and all employees report feeling genuinely happier after each visit. Attempts to bar staff below level 3 clearance have been proved unsuccessful, as guards assigned to watch the room quit their posts, saying, "You know he likes company," or shrugging when questioned. Since SCP-343 has thus far been harmless, all staff have been allowed access, and somehow, they all have time to meet with him for as long as they need. For now, I leave this report open as further questioning of SCP-343 is ongoing. Dr. Beck. So he was able to walk through a wall and seconds later come back with a hamburger. That's just the teleportation type thing. But what really catches my eye is that it's like a TARDIS. You go into the room, it's much bigger than it already was, and it's like a furnished old English home. I mean, that style is already like amazing. Like very old. But the fact that you go into there and it's like that, it begs the question, like, he's there of his own volition. And he can leave whenever he wants. But he always comes back. Why? Why? I don't know. It's concerning. Dr. Beck, if people feel genuinely happier, that can be an attest to like the fact that he's God. It could be his godly powers, like just make you happier, or the fact that because he is God, it can like alter your mind in a way to where you are happier just by talking to him. That's interesting. And if that's the case, I need to speak with him. But continuing on. Warning: SL-4 or higher needed for further access. Great. Addendum number 343-2. In regards to document 343-1A, there are no relevant records available or seemingly in existence, and similarly, all records of Dr. Redacted ever working with 343 or Dr. Beck are missing and presumed non-existent. All staff questioned about the document convey ignorance of document 343-1A and claim to have not met Dr. Redacted. In a related matter, Senior Officer Dr. Beck has requested a higher staff rotation to increase morale in the worse off sections. This is a very odd request and was a subject to further investigation. Other localized anomalies such as better health, greater job satisfaction, and lower fatalities in this section had led to the request being granted. This subject is now closed on orders of 05-redacted. Okay. I have a theory about that. That tells me that something did happen. That tells me that document 343-1A, was something important and something that 343 did not want known. So he wiped the doctor and the document from existence that knew about it and altered everyone's memories to completely disregard this person's existence. Or at least he altered the ones in the area. It does beg the question what that document held. But the fact that every staff on that site disregarded that doctor's existence, that tells me that something was found out. And because of that, it is incredibly dangerous to go there again. Because I'm assuming this doctor was not killed, but wiped from existence. Just like he never existed. Which is concerning. And then Dr. Beck wanted to increase morale of the worse off sections. That is an odd request, but it's also an understandable one. You work for the SCP Foundation. It's not very good, but lower fatalities, higher morale, greater job satisfaction, overall better health, like, these are things that can make the working life of a personnel there better, and therefore better job. However, the fact that it's an SCP granting those things means it's only temporary. And it could be easily like, I don't know. Anyways, continuing. Addendum 343-3. Data recovered on redacted date from routine check of Dr. Redacted's network drive. Oh, these are excerpts from the document. Document 343-1A. Data lost as of data expunged. Visitors of SCP-343 are to be questioned as to their intent and converse data lost. Questions pertaining to other SCP are to be put forth. Data lost. Orders of Dr. Redacted. So that's what it is. 343 has all knowledge of SCP. Meaning he technically is God. To what extent could you ask him something? If he has knowledge of all topics, is there a question that he won't be able to answer? Couldn't you ask him anything? One of like the Foundation's biggest questions, maybe. Like just something that nobody knows how to do or what to do. Could you ask him and he'll give you an answer? Like, and it's like put forth. It's different SCPs. Meaning he has knowledge of other SCPs. Maybe one's not in containment. And that document was destroyed. Maybe that's because he doesn't want the others to talk about it. Maybe he talks about those SCPs with them and then wipes their memories of it so they don't remember, you know? Document 343-1B. Data lost. Apparently my orders have gone missing. This is the last straw. Dr. Beck. Data lost. All my reports and requests to higher-ups have gone unnoticed. I will confront SCP-343 tomorrow. Signed, Dr. Redacted. So that's what happened. My guess is that this doctor was exactly wiped from existence, and that document was vanished. And it wasn't... It's back, maybe? I think Beck is under the control of 343. I think Dr. Beck is not Dr. Beck. I think it is a firm believer. Like, I wouldn't say like a religious firm believer, but it's like his word is law. He doesn't like the fact you have this document, therefore I took it and I got rid of the order. Kind of thing. It's deeply concerning the influence that this god can have. And the redacted doctor, who I'm assuming is dead, it seems to be the only person that could see through the facade. That's the article, too, so there's nothing more I can really extrapolate from that. But I do want to talk about the questioning thing. Like, you confronted him. What happened to you? Where you just wiped from existence and nobody remembers? Because if that's the case, its safe classification means it's not safe at all. If it could just alter the memories of it posing harm or like wiping someone from existence, you wouldn't remember that. It said there are no known instances of like aggression from 343. That's because it alters memories. You wouldn't remember. And that's terrifying. Because that basically says it has full control over the human mind. It could change anything. This is the power of God, sure. But the fact that it is that you do not know, you say that there is no known acts of aggression. What does that even mean for someone who knows about it? They get wiped from existence. That is my theory, that he wants to keep them all happy under his control. That's why he stays there. He knows he's safe there. That was an interesting article. I have really nothing else to say, so I just probably gonna stop there. But 343, the alleged god, it is God. Like, the actual article name is God, but it's like alleged. There's no proof that you're the creator of the universe, kind of thing. You're just claim it. You have the powers to replicate it, I guess. I'm gonna leave this one here. That was an interesting read. I wish there was a picture, but it's different for everyone that sees it, so who knows. Well, thank you all so much for watching. This was SCP-343, or God, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye.